Howdy, 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 howdy. Can people hear me? Howdy, howdy. Please say hi. Is this thing on? So what's up, people? Anybody out there want to say hi to me? I see one watching. Let's see, where am I? Decided to go live because, well, nothing really exciting happening today that I can find on the internet. Watching the same old on TV and on YouTube, sadly. Stuff I've already watched and already seen. And thought it would be fun to chat with you guys for a while. Hopefully you can see this. This camera doesn't seem to want to focus today for some odd reason. Trying to add some trees into the background of this. Kevin says I need to add them to the drawn page rather than adding them in later when I'm coloring, as I normally do. And if you know anything about me, I hate drawing backgrounds. But I guess not so much trees. Trees are a little bit easier. I hate drawing cityscapes and things of that nature, buildings, and I'm going to have to do that here later in my story because Kevin says I'm spending too much time in the woods in my story so far. Trees, trees, everywhere, trees. I like the woods anyway. I'd like to live. If we ever got rich, I'd love to buy just several acres just deep in the woods somewhere. turn into Bob Ross, maybe a happy little tree here and a happy little rock there. Hope everybody out there had a good Thanksgiving and hopefully didn't have to throw too many elbows buying stuff on Black Friday. I Black Friday shop, but I didn't go out. I did all my shopping online. All right, I think it's safe to come back on now. I don't know why this isn't coming through more clearly. Well, hello there, second person, and thanks for the like. Who's watching with me? Oh, they left. This mic is working, correct? Let's see, can I push it closer? Would that help? A little bit? Maybe. You only get to see a portion of what I'm working on. It's a tree extravaganza. There we go. If I could talk, we'd have it made, wouldn't we? Get a couple more people in here. I'll show some of my cringy old artwork. I've already posted some of it up on Twitter and on the Zombie Kebab art page on Facebook. A shameless self-promotion there. Oh, you can't actually see what I'm working on because it's all focused on this corner right here. Not really a whole lot going on today for me, as I said earlier. Uh, it's just a lazy, hazy Sunday. Been trying to write this story for ages now. I think I finally made some headway, at least into the first episode of this story arc. And this is page 7, 8. I usually try to do at least 10 pages per episode. So this isn't actually a print comic. This is up on webtoon. So that means it is free to view. I haven't been posting like I'd wanted to because I had some other obligations pop up as I started working on it. And then I stumbled into a writer's block for a little bit, and I had the story idea, thought it was a cool idea, had the premise, and that's as far as I made it. I couldn't figure out how to start to save my life. Um, I knew what element I wanted to be there, but I really didn't know how to get the hook, I guess you could say. Um, how to get from point A to point B, so to speak. I'm still having a little bit of trouble with that. I found this method. I think it was on Pinterest. I'm on Pinterest way too much. And started looking up how to defeat writer's block. Thought about hitting up some of my writer friends on Facebook, but I don't know. I always feel so awkward asking other professionals for help unless it's my honey bear. I bug the snot out of him all the time. Look at this. What do you think of this? Hey, can I fix this? Hey, you draw this for me? I'm hoping he'll join us, but I don't think that's going to happen. He's not feeling too well right now, or at least today. We had two really big dinners straight in a row, and then I fixed one lasagna last night, which is heavy cheese, and I think that just did him in right there. It hasn't been the healthiest of dinners either. I made a huge Thanksgiving dinner, you know, especially when you're considering that it was just my immediate, it was my dad, Kevin, that was pretty much it. Um, and dad kept requesting all these dishes, and I was like, oh God. So we ended up, God, it had to be at least 10 dishes for just us. But some of them, it turned out just to be him because nobody else wanted them. I don't know if you cook or not when it comes to those big meals, but I literally started cooking dinner at like 9 in the morning. Guess it works out. That's really the only big meal I'll cook is on the holidays, like Thanksgiving. I really don't really do anything at Christmas. We usually go to like my mother's house for Christmas dinner. I don't know how that's going to work in this new COVID era, but let's see, make a happy little rock that lives here. Said I was going to talk about some cringy artwork. And I gotta say, looking back on my older stuff, that has been some cringy art right there. I'm not at a place where I'm happy at right now anyway, but I can see so much improvement compared to where I was even just last year. And that makes me happy, but at the same time, I'm upset because I'm nowhere near where I want to be. And I guess it's kind of when I was younger that didn't bother me. I knew what I wanted, and I knew that I had time to get there. But now, as I've gotten older, I feel like that time is running out. So I'm not achieving the things that I want to achieve fast enough, I guess you could say. And so it's getting frustrated, but it made me feel a little bit better today looking at some of my older stuff and seeing some differences. I mean, yeah, in some cases, it's not a whole lot of difference, but there's definitely been some improvement. So maybe I'm not a lost cause quite yet. I had my moments. I looking through some of them, and some of them aren't quite as cringy as others. There's some, boy, howdy, good God, I don't know what I was thinking when I drew faces on these or decided on the pose or even the color scheme. I don't know if I was just bored and just, I wish I could remember. Like, let's see. I'll show you one. I was hoping to have some more people in here before we started, but here's my attempt at Tyrion Lannister. We can pick apart this guy really easy. You can see that I was attempting some realism. My portraiture and drawing real people sucks, and it still kind of sucks. But look how far apart his eyes are. Oh my god. These That's actually one of my better ones. I got one. I don't know if you guys watch My Name is Earl, but I attempted to draw a crab man there, and I think something got spilled onto his hair, but yeah, that don't look a thing like crab man. See some of these old portraits I did, and I scream inside. Like I said, I was trying to work on portraiture, and I still am. I still struggle with it, but I've learned how to measure things out a little bit better. But no, it's still not good. I refuse to draw real people. I have people asking me to draw their portrait all the time, and the only portrait I will draw is of my dad, and that's because he's easy. He looks like Santa Claus, and I think anybody can draw Santa Claus. Fantasy people, it's easier for me to draw to some extent for the sheer fact that a lot of times it's just left up to you how they look, you know? I mean, look at mainstream comics, for instance. Man, I've made her hair really ratty in this. But everybody has their own style. You have a basic idea of what the character looks like, a basic knowledge of what the character looks like, but everybody has their own way of, say, drawing Wolverine, you know? I admit there have been some developments where some characters don't even have, I don't think they have even the basic character concept when they draw them. But that's more opinion than actual anything. And I am trying not to be that kind of channel. But, you know, see, what else do I got on this page to draw? Let's see. Darken that up. Yeah, you can see on her mouth, I still have some work to go, but this is loads better than how I used to draw open mouths. I used to draw everybody with their mouths closed just because I hate drawing teeth and I have no idea where to put a tongue. Switch out pencils. When I draw smaller things, like this is the pencil here that I usually use on my sketch cards when I draw them. I don't know if you can read that. It's backwards on my screen, but it's a Pacific Arc. And it's a 3.3 millimeter. Super, super tiny lead. I don't know if you can. Come on. Come on, camera. See, the camera's even having a hard time focusing on it. But it's a tiny needle like lead in there. And when you're drawing small, it's easier. They snap easy too. But it's easier to draw with a smaller lead when you're drawing smaller things, especially if the thing you're drawing isn't much bigger than the lead you're drawing with. All right, this dude, what did he? Make sure I get his costume right. Break out the other page here. If you have any questions for me, feel free to type them in the chat. Usually I'll trail off because I run out of things to chat about myself because I live such an exciting life. That's sarcasm. But sometimes it helps. If you have questions, I can answer them. We can chit chat. We can BS. Oops. Clap, clap, clap. Come on, pencil. You can do it. I dropped my pencil earlier. And it had a pretty hard tumble, so I'm scared I bent that little metal tip. I've just realized I've been going on and on and on and not realizing that I've been muted this whole time. I apologize. There's some exciting content for you right there. A new page here. messy. Bless you.
Excuse me.
No excuse for you.
Sorry, I don't want to get on camera sneezing. You have the audio on?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
No one's talking to me though. It says that there's one person watching. It's very lonely in here, Kevin.
Do you want me to come on there?
I don't know how to do it, but it would be fun.
You gotta have something like StreamYard.
You could always just go on your channel.
Yeah, but I have to do it with StreamYard. The whole on second. I can't answer Michael Odin for some reason. Like it won't let me. It won't let me text it or if you type anything.
Well, that's bizarre.
Yeah.
Oh, I messed up.
Dude! Oh my god!
Do I need to mute?
I'm sorry.
This is riveting. Guess I'm going to call it here. It's been almost an hour. I appreciate the person that's on there right now. Hopefully you'll come back. You guys have a great day.